YouTube. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be checking out the character Miscellany videos. There are a lot of videos, okay? There's a ton. So we're going to be splitting this up into 2 parts. I'm going to watch as many as I can today, and when I get tired, I'll stop the video and then we'll continue on with the rest of them in the next episode. I'm really sorry about some of the videos that I've made, the reaction videos that we've been making so far, because I've been following the official Genshin Impact YouTube channel's playlists, and some of the playlists are missing videos. So when I upload the video to you guys, me being a new reactor, not knowing that I'm missing any videos or anything like that, because I'm just following the playlist, you guys are like, hey, you're missing this character and this character and this trailer, and I'm like, oh my god, because it's not in the playlist. So yeah, the Genshin Impact YouTube channel has kind of screwed me over there, but it's okay. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. With that being said, let's get into the video. Hit that like button for me, helps me on the YouTube algorithm. You guys have been amazing with support lately. Thank you for all the support on the Genshin Impact videos. That's why you guys have been getting so many recently. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so we're gonna start with the new characters and work our way to the older ones. All right, new to old, new to old. So this is Layla, Sweet Slumber in the Sea of Stars. Let's get into it. Oh, Layla's gonna be good. Watch.
May be an entirely new concept to the majority in Sumeru.
It looks beautiful. Look at this.
Managed to become famous for it. Recently, the strange tales of the sleepwalking
It's a huge library.
have been circulating in the academia. Rarely used telescopes quietly moving during the night.
That's so cool.
Theses finished between dusk and dawn, and a girl seen in the city 1 minute spotted all the way over a caravan Rebop the next.
She is so cool, man. I wish her teaser was longer.
Herself. Chronic sleep
I know she's a 4-star, but still.
Her energy levels.
Can't sleep? Let's go for a walk then.
Layla's research primarily focuses on theoretical astrology.
That's cool.
After receiving her cryovision, she formed a star-crusted veil with ice and frost, providing
That's
a
so
space for her
cool.
companions to study,
Oh!
rest, and even fight undisturbed.
Other players can use it too.
Sometimes, while deep asleep,
Well, other
friend
characters
that
in your
Layla never knew
rotation.
she had will secretly come to her aid.
That's
When Layla
cool.
crafts character talent materials, she has a chance to receive double the product, boosting the party's adventure readiness.
Oh, nice.
Layla's normal attack can combo up to 3 strikes, dealing physical damage.
Oh, I like how she finishes with the star. That's
Using her
cool.
charged attack,
So
Layla
flashy.
consumes
She has a
certain amount
charged
of
attack.
stamina and performs 2 swift slashes to her front, dealing
That's
physical damage.
cool.
Casting Layla's elemental skill creates a
I
curtain
like
of
that.
slumber and also deals AoE cryo damage.
Does
The curtain
it?
of Slumber absorbs damage based on Layla's max HP and absorbs
Oh.
cryo damage even more effectively.
Based on her
Layla
HP.
also becomes affected by cryo for a short time when the curtain of Slumber is created.
That's interesting.
At regular intervals while the curtain of Slumber is active, a night star is generated, which adheres to the curtain.
What do those do?
Additionally, 2 night stars are generated when a character protected by the curtain casts their elemental
Oh, do the
skill.
stars attack?
Night stars
That's
can only be
cool.
generated in this manner
Can you
once
switch your
per set
character?
time period.
Oh, you
And a maximum
can.
of 4 night stars
And then
may
they
exist
attack?
at one time.
Oh, so you can continue your combos and
After
such.
4 night stars have been accumulated,
That's
if there are
dope.
enemies in range, the night stars convert to shooting stars that automatically home in on enemies, dealing cryo damage on hit. No new night stars can be generated until all shooting stars have fired.
Oh, that's so
When the
cool.
curtain of Slumber expires or is destroyed, any night stars present disappear along with it. If they have already converted into shooting
She's
stars
lighting them
instead of
up!
firing, they will remain until all of them have finished firing. After unlocking the talent like Nascent Light, while the curtain of Slumber is present, gaining a night
So you have
star
to unlock
triggers the
talents.
Deep sleep effect. Deep sleep increases the shield strength of the character under the curtain's protection.
Oh,
It
that's
can be stacked
awesome.
up to 4 times and is
4
cleared when
times?
the curtain of Slumber expires.
That
Any
sounds really
disturbance
good.
is too much after a night of poor quality sleep. The only solution is to get rid of them completely. After unlocking the talent Sweet Slumber Undisturbed, the shooting stars
Whoa!
fired by Layla's elemental skill deal increased damage based on Layla's max HP.
Stars, shine for me.
Oh, this is like her ultimate attack?
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a soporific
Elemental burst.
celestial dream sphere, that continuously fires starlight slugs at enemies within range, dealing
It
cryo
freezes
damage.
them too?
When a starlight
Or is there a
slug hits an
chance for
enemy,
freeze? There's a
night
chance.
star is also generated on nearby curtains of slumber.
Oh, look at that.
Each curtain of slumber can gain only one night star in this manner per set time period.
Oh, I see.
Layla knows the pain of sleep deprivation all too keenly and naturally wouldn't wish it on any of her companions. In battle, Layla uses her elemental skill to create a protective curtain of slumber for her teammates and starts accumulating
That's the
night
part I
stars.
like about it.
A full quota of night stars will convert into shooting stars that target nearby
Whoa!
enemies and deal cryo
Oh,
damage,
that's so
supporting the
cool.
battle effort. When energy is
Whoa!
full, Layla unleashes her elemental burst to create a celestial dream
Ooh!
sphere, which continuously fires starlight slugs at enemies in range to deal
Oh,
cryo
that's
damage,
awesome.
while also increasing the production of night stars, helping her teammates to comfortably slide their way to victory.
She seems like a
Many
good
people
character.
have two sides to their personality, but it's not often that the contrast between them is as stark as Layla's. She spends her waking hours crushed by stress over her school.
Ah,
Yet
that's
when
why she's
sleepwalking,
sleeping. I'd be bored
her
too.
mind is sharp and lucid.
Look at that cat.
She casts aside her unproductive feelings of self-doubt and gets much accomplished. But perhaps she should count her blessings. Finding a goal in life is difficult enough as it is, and having any
Yeah, it
chance
is.
at all to pursue it undisturbed is nigh on impossible.
True.
Enjoy life while things are still uncomplicated. Go and
True.
do the things you want to do. Because once you reach a certain age, things can never go back to being as simple as they once were.
Hey, hold on. Nobody told me I was gonna learn life lessons here. I'm supposed to be seeing combos, bro. I don't want to hear that. Get that guy out my ear, dog. That's depressing, okay? Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Nahida, Unraveling Wonders of the Universe. Layla seems cool, though. Layla does seem awesome.
Lesser Lord Kusanali is a god unlike any other. As the god of wisdom, she has profound insight into the nature of all things, yet she has never had the opportunity to learn by doing. One may ask, how can a god possess true wisdom in the absence of lived
I
experience?
love her.
All answers can be found in dreams, and she welcomes fellow truth seekers to dream along with her.
She makes me so happy every time I see her.
Waiting for you for ages.
Over her years of confinement,
This is
Lesser
great.
Lord Kusanali has grown intensely curious about the world outside. Just through observing from afar, Nahida has
Oh.
learned enough to adapt to any
Just
situation.
play with the squirrels.
Nahida's normal attack can perform up to 4
that's cool.
strikes that deal dendro damage.
She's playing Dance Dance Revolution.
Her charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to deal
Oh, that
AoE
looks-
dendro damage in front of her.
That looks really good.
Casting time.
Look at that.
Tap Nahida's elemental skill to cast Dendral Bonds that deal AoE dendro damage. Of the enemy's hit, a certain number will be marked with the seed of Skanda.
Oh. Oh my God.
Hold her elemental skill to enter aiming mode and target enemies with
She has an aiming mode.
Nahida benefits from increased resistance
Like a picture.
to interruption while in this mode. Aiming mode lasts for a limited duration, and only a limited number of enemies can be selected as targets. Release
What?
the skill button to deal dendro damage to all selected enemies.
Oh,
and mark
that-
them with a seed of Skanda.
Looks like it's going to be awesome to use to like
Marked with a
continue
seed of Skanda
combos.
and in range of each other will form a connection.
Look at that.
When
Yeah,
an enemy
look.
marked with a seed of Skanda triggers an elemental reaction or takes damage from dendro cores,
What?
Nahida unleashes Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage to them and all connected enemies based
What?
on Nahida's attack and elemental mastery. Tri-Karma Purification can
Oh
only
my
be
God,
triggered
look at that!
once per set interval.
Oh my goodness.
After unlocking the talent Awakening
She's good.
Elucidated, the crit rate and damage of Tri-Karma Purification will be increased based on the amount of Nahida's elemental mastery that exceeds a given value.
Oh, that's cool.
Tri-Karma Purification's crit rate and damage can only be increased in this manner up to a certain amount.
Wow.
Nahida is always watching, listening, learning about the world around her.
As she should.
Nahida's elemental skill allows her to interact with certain harvestable items when they are in range. In some
What?
scenarios, it may also
Hey!
have other uses.
That's so cool.
The Temple of Wisdom.
You don't even have to walk towards them. She just takes a
When
picture of them.
Nahida unleashes her elemental
They come right to
burst,
her.
She materializes the Court of
Whoa.
Dreams and brings forth the Shrine of Maya. The shrine provides
Shrine
different
of
effects
Maya.
depending on the elemental types of characters in the party as follows.
Okay.
If the party contains a pyro character, the damage dealt by Trikarma Purification will be increased when Nahida is within the Shrine of Maya's AoE.
What?
If the party contains an electro character, the interval between each Trikarma Purification is decreased when Nahida is within the Shrine of Maya's AoE.
She's got layers to her
Contains a
attacks,
Heizou
man.
character, the Shrine of Maya's duration will be extended. When the Shrine of Maya is created, if the party contains at least 2 characters of the aforementioned elemental types, their corresponding effects will receive a further boost.
What?
So long as
More
the active
boost?
party member remains within the shrine, the effects described above can be triggered even if Nahida is not on the field.
Bro, the builds on her, bro. Oh my
Nahida
God.
freely shares her knowledge
People
with
have to
anyone
love
who
her.
asks, but how much of it they can comprehend
I know I
depends
haven't
on
seen
their
other
own
characters yet, but she just sounds really good.
After unlocking the talent Compassion Illuminated, when Nahida casts her elemental burst, the elemental mastery of the active character within the Shrine of Maya will be increased based on the elemental mastery of whichever party members is highest.
That
Elemental mastery
is
can only be
wild.
increased up to a certain amount in this manner. The God of Wisdom excels both at posing questions and answering them. Combat is no different. The enemy
I
is the
see that.
conundrum, and her strategy is the solution.
She has a lot of strategy to her. I don't think I'll remember all of that.
Nahida first targets a group of enemies with her elemental skill, using seeds of Skanda to connect them to each other. Next, she coordinates with her teammates to trigger elemental reactions, repeatedly unleashing Trikarma Purifications.
Oh
as her
my
main mode of
God!
attack. She and her team branch out across the battlefield, taking out the weeds as they go.
Delete her from the game.
When energy
Like,
is full, Nahida unleashes her elemental burst, creating the Shrine of Maya to increase all active characters' elemental mastery and provide additional effects depending on the elemental composition of her party. Faced with Nahida's increased dendro damage and the strengthened team around her, all who enter the Temple of Wisdom seeking conflict will soon be reunited with their home turf.
I like that.
Humans often place gods on a pedestal, awestruck by their unfathomable power. Very few ever come to the realization that gods are not the rulers of Teyvat, but merely another form of living being in this world. A god who lacks strength may have little to no advantage, even over mere mortals.
Man, she's got strength,
Even
bro.
I have no spiteful words to say about a god such as this.
Yeah, you better.
I will leave her be.
Leave her
Perhaps
be.
the god of Dendro will continue to propagate herself for as long as Irminsul continues to exist.
She's adorable.
As for the significance of Irminsul to the whole of Teyvat, I will leave that for those who are not under this world's control to discover for themselves.
Man, she's got layers, bro. You can build an insane team around her. I can just see it from what we learned right here in this trailer. That's insane. I need her on my team. Too bad her banner's gone. All right, so the next one is Nilou, Lotus Waves. Let's do it. Man, but that last one was good, man. Nahida's,
who are
wow.
accustomed to receiving concrete information from the
That's a good
Akasha.
5-star
The
character.
arts are an abstract and intangible concept. What constitutes good art? Is there a way to quantify its value? These questions leave even the academia's most
Look at that
esteemed
guy's
scholars
mustache.
at a loss. But to Nilou, art is
Nilou,
the simplest
okay.
and purest thing in the world. There is no barrier to entry, and everyone can appreciate its beauty.
She is so pretty.
Where are we dancing today?
Though Nilou's dancing may appear delicate, there is measured strength behind every step. Nilou integrates swordplay with agile footwork as she waltzes with the water to the aid of her allies. Dancing requires not only grace, but physical endurance as well.
Let's
That is
see
why
how
Nilou
she
pays
combos.
particular attention to her dietary intake. When Nilou achieves
Wait,
perfect
what?
cooking on dishes with adventure-related effects, she has a certain chance to double the product. Nilou's
What?
normal attack can combo up to 3 strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies. When using her charged attack, Nilou consumes a certain amount of stamina to unleash
nice.
a twirling strike, dealing physical damage.
That looks good.
When she uses her elemental skill, Nilou enters the pirouette state, dealing hydro damage to nearby enemies based on her max HP.
Extinguish
While in
them.
the pirouette state, using Nilou's normal attack or elemental skill triggers her sword dance stance or whirling step stance, respectively. While damage she deals is converted to
love
hydro
that.
damage that cannot be
She can change her
overridden and
stances.
is treated as elemental skill damage. While the pirouette state is active, Nilou's third stance will end this state and trigger a different effect depending on the stance. If Nilou's final stance is Sword Dance, she unleashes a luminous illusion that inflicts hydro damage to enemies it hits, while also gaining
goes
the Lunar
straight
Prayer
through them.
effect. While Lunar Prayer is active, Nilou's normal attack is converted to a Sword Dance, and her final hit will unleash a luminous illusion.
Whoa.
If Nilou's final stance is Whirling Steps, she unleashes a whirling water wheel that deals AoE hydro damage.
That looks
Also,
cool.
a tranquility aura is created that follows your active character and applies the
Oh?
wet status to enemies in range. Nilou cannot perform charged attacks while the pirouette or lunar prayer status is active. Leaving the battlefield will remove the status. After unlocking the talent Court of Dancing Petals, if the party consists exclusively of Dendro and Hydro characters, including at least one of each, the third stance of Nilou's elemental skill, when executed, will confer the Golden Chalice's bounty effect on all nearby characters for a limited time.
I don't know what that means.
When
I don't know what
under the
Dendro
effects
characters
of
are.
Golden Chalice's bounty is hit by a Dendro attack, the elemental mastery of all nearby characters is increased for a certain time. Additionally, triggering a bloom reaction will produce a bountiful core instead of a Dendro core. The bountiful core's attack is treated as a post-bloom Dendro core attack.
I guess it's kind of like Dendro is like what, like grass attacks.
Cannot trigger hyperbloom or burgeon reactions.
I'm going with Pokemon
and they
here,
share
if
the
you guys
same
know what I
field
mean.
limit as Dendro cores. Nilou's dancing style is the stuff of dreams, captivating her audience's hearts and bolstering their spirits.
Or does she heal?
After unlocking the talent Dreamy Dance of Eons, bountiful cores triggered due to Golden Chalice's bounty deal increased damage based on how much of Nilou's max HP exceeds a given value. Bountiful core damage can only be increased in this manner by up to a certain amount.
This dance is for you.
Whoa.
Nilou's elemental burst
What the?
begins a dance of faraway dreams and melodic springs
That was pretty.
causes a lotus of distant waters to bloom, dealing AoE
Boom.
hydro damage based on Nilou's max HP.
Oh, and he missed that attack. You
Enemies
saw
hit by
that?
The elemental burst will sustain the lingering Eon effect, which deals hydro damage after a short delay. To Nilou, there is little difference between battle and dance, since both can be used to resolve one's troubles.
I see that.
Most of Nilou's combat is centered around her elemental skill.
I'm not like super
She
impressed with
freely
her.
dances between her
I feel
two
like Nahida
stances,
was
with sword
a lot
dance,
better.
allowing her to continuously inflict hydro damage via lunar prayer, and whirling steps, setting the stage for follow-up elemental reactions through the persistent tranquility aura effect. With the right party composition, Nilou's third stance during the performance of her elemental skill grants the Golden Chalice's bounty effect to her teammates. Triggering the bloom reaction while this effect is active spawns special bountiful cores.
Yo,
that
the
deal
way they
greater
play,
damage to
they don't get
enemies.
attacked or anything, dude.
When her elemental energy is full,
So
Nilou
much
can
skill.
use her elemental burst to begin a dance of faraway dreams, dealing AoE hydro damage and applying the lingering Eon effect to any enemies hit.
Oh,
The
that's
lingering
nice.
Eon follows up with a further attack after a
Oh,
short
that's
delay,
nice.
ushering in the curtain call of Nilou's spectacular performance.
Woo-hoo!
I must
That combo.
stress that I am a warrior and in no way versed in the disciplines of song and dance.
The
If
gameplay
anyone
looks
was expecting to hear
insane
my
in this game.
Philosophical musings on these topics, I'm sorry to disappoint. But while I am no connoisseur, even
So pretty.
I find myself moved once in a while by the sight of an extraordinary performance.
Me too.
Even for the nation of wisdom, citing the pursuit of rationality as a justification for refusing to acknowledge the comfort that an audience can find in the arts is sheer arrogance. When groups clash, or human ideals conflict with the rules of the world around them, disputes of this nature most often arise from the inability to tolerate the existence of that which is different from oneself.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop speaking to me. I don't like this guy. He's deep. But he's right, though. All right, the next character is Candace, Sea of Golden Sand. Let's check her out. Wasn't super into the Nilou one. She seems all right, though.
Merchants and even mercenaries.
She doesn't seem like my type of character,
the
though.
only safe haven in an otherwise treacherous desert. Though far from prosperous, it provides ample food and water to all who come here in need.
Environments look insane here.
As a bed for the night.
It's probably some of the best like sand areas I've ever seen. Desert areas.
Do not disturb the peace.
Stay close.
Yo, she's got the shield. Bro, she's gotta be good,
As the
man.
sworn protector of Aru village.
She's gotta be
Candace
good.
is highly adept with her shield and spear. With the aid of her hydrovision,
And she's
she
Hydro.
can fend off the strongest of storms and the fiercest of foes.
Ooh, that twirl though.
Life is harsh in the hot and arid desert. Strength and endurance are the key to survival for those who dwell here. When Candace is in the party, the active character
More
benefits
stamina?
from reduced stamina consumption from climbing.
Nice. I get strong.
Candace's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with her polearm,
Or?
dealing physical damage.
Ooh, the way she threw it.
Using her charged attack, Candace consumes a certain amount of
okay.
stamina to lunge forward.
That's a
dealing
boss
physical
charge
damage
attack.
to enemies
Look at
along
that.
the way. Tap
Oh,
Candace's
yes.
elemental
And
skill
she
to
can
perform
block.
a swift shield strike, dealing hydro damage to enemies in front.
Can she parry
Holds
with the
her
shield?
elemental skill, and she raises the shield
Look
to
at
block
that,
attacks
bro.
from nearby enemies. The shield absorbs damage based
That's
on
what I
her
like to
max
see.
HP and offers extra protection against hydro damage. The shield can remain until
Oh,
Candace finishes casting her
extra
elemental
protection
skill.
against water damage. Sweet, dude.
After holding the skill for a fixed duration, Candace will finish charging her attack. Then, when the skill is released,
You can let it
its
go.
duration
Oh!
expires or the
Oh!
shield is broken. She performs a forward leaping strike that deals hydro damage.
Yo!
After unlocking the talent Aegis of Crossed Arrows, if Candace is hit while holding her elemental skill, she instantly finishes charging.
Oh,
We shall prevail.
yes.
When Candace
She's
unleashes
great.
her elemental burst, she holds her weapon high to summon divine assistance, which deals AoE hydro damage based on her max HP, and continuously grants the Prayer of the Crimson Crown state to the active
Ooh.
character.
Look at that.
In this state, when a character's normal attack deals elemental damage to an enemy, the damage dealt is increased.
Wow.
Switching characters unleashes a rippling wave attack, dealing hydro damage to nearby enemies. This can only be triggered a limited number of times during Prayer of the Crimson Crown.
Look at that.
Additionally,
Oh my
characters wielding a
gosh.
sword, claymore, or polearm gain a hydro infusion while Prayer of the Crimson Crown is in effect.
That's awesome.
After unlocking the talent Celestial Dome of Sand, when a character under the
Oh,
effect of
she
Prayer
does
of the
have a
Crimson
parry,
Crown
bro.
deals elemental damage with a normal attack. Damage dealt is increased based on
Bro.
Candace's max HP.
This girl's insane.
Candace is a kind soul who is only too happy to stow her weapon when not needed.
I love
But
all the
anyone who
cats everywhere. I
mistakes
love
her good
cats.
nature for weakness and fails to respect the customs of Aru village should prepare to face the consequences.
Yeah, she about to kick
When
yo.
battle commences, Candace comes to the defense of the party, using her elemental skill to block the enemy's attack and perform a counterattack. When energy is full, she
Look at
casts
this.
her elemental burst to deal AoE
Did you just
hydro
see that?
damage and boost her teammates' normal
Did
attacks.
you just see
with the
how they
Prayer of
did
the
that?
Crimson
That
Crown
combo was
status,
insane.
Then joins them in removing the unruly visitors from Aru village for good.
Man.
There are many rumors.
I think
about
I
the
have
village guardian with the
A
one
person
golden
that I
eye.
want to lock in for sure.
They say that the sands are her spies, the storm winds
Her
are
and Nahida.
servants, the blood
Really
of
good.
Candace flows in her veins, and that even the strongest of foes must yield at her command. People who have lost their guardian deity often display the greatest interest in the gods. But having never seen a god with their own eyes, the far-fetched products of their naive imaginations are poor substitutes for reality. Yet despite being the subject of these fanciful rumors,
Look at this
Candace
area.
herself takes a much more sober view of things. A shield is but a tool, a polearm but a weapon, and what matters most is not the divine power a weapon contains, but the determination of the one who wields it.
Wow. Candace, I need you. So far, all of these characters are seeming really solid, man. We're on the Cyno, Path of the Lone Wolf. Okay, Cyno's actually here this time.
Many
Unlike the
in
character
Sumeru
teasers.
make it their life's goal to be a scholar, some for the pursuit of truth and knowledge, but there are also those who have other intentions. After all, if you find a niche research topic and manage to secure academia funding, you're set for life.
Really?
But if this sounds too good to be true, that's because it usually
Like
is.
YouTube.
The academia is a millennia-old institution, and those working to ensure its continued longevity have zero tolerance for those trying to exploit it.
He seems like he's gonna be really good.
Who's our next target?
I love his design though,
The
man.
favor of the gods enables
And he's
Cyno to
electric?
manipulate the electro element and to summon a divine spirit to aid him.
He's gonna be
in the
all
cause of
power.
delivering justice.
All power.
The
Show us what you got,
General
Cyno.
Mahamatra gained his formidable reputation not through empty posturing, but by tracking down wayward scholars and bringing them to justice. And because of his tracking prowess, these trips often end up more bountiful than expected.
Ah,
Cyno
he's a
gains
bounty.
increased rewards when dispatched on a
This man
20-hour
goes out and
expedition
hunts
within
people.
Sumeru.
He's a bounty hunter.
Cyno's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with his polearm, dealing physical damage.
Nice.
Using his charged attack, Cyno consumes a certain amount of
Ah,
stamina
see,
to
he's
lunge
got the
forward,
little twirl
dealing physical
too.
damage to enemies
Look
along
at
the way.
this.
Cast
Him and
Cyno's
Candace
elemental
are
skill
similar.
to
Wait,
perform
what?
a high-speed dash.
That
dealing electro
dash!
damage to enemies in his path.
Through me, justice is served.
Cyno's elemental burst
Woo!
summons a divine spirit to possess him. He morphs into the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer, causing damage dealt by his
Oh, that
normal,
looks so
charged, and
cool.
plunging attacks to be converted to electro
Woo!
damage that cannot be overridden.
The way that finishes.
In
Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Cyno's elemental mastery and resistance to interruption
Oh!
are increased, and he gains immunity to damage dealt by electro-charged reactions. The
That's
Path-Sworn
cool.
Path Clearer state ends after a set duration, or when Cyno leaves the field. When
Everyone's
Cyno is
getting
in the
this lightning
Path-Sworn Path
damage.
Clearer state, his elemental skill changes, instead unleashing a mortuary rite, which deals thunderous AoE electro damage and extends the duration of Pact-Sworn Path Clearer.
They make this look
Once the
easy,
General
man.
Mahamatra has you in his sights, the best option is to admit your guilt. Otherwise, you will find yourself the target of his relentless pursuit.
He is spooky.
After unlocking the talent Featherfall Judgment, when Cyno is in the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer state, he will intermittently enter the Endseer state. If he casts his elemental
What?
skill while in this state, he will activate the Judication effect, increasing the damage of this elemental skill and firing off 3 Dust Stalker bolts that deal electro damage.
Woo! Ah,
After unlocking the talent Authority over the 9 Bows, damage dealt by Cyno's normal attack and Dust Stalker bolts while in the Pact.
oh my god, continuing combos with him would be insane.
Cyno's elemental mastery. Break the Academia Code at your peril, for as are Cyno's jokes, so too is his judgment. No laughing matter. Cyno starts battle by casting his elemental skill, dealing electro damage to enemies and building up elemental energy.
Yes.
When
He's
his
all
energy is
power.
full, he unleashes his elemental burst to enter the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer state, then deals electro damage to enemies with normal attacks, and his special elemental skill, Mortuary
Oh!
Rite. By strategically using Mortuary Rite, he not only extends the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer state, but also triggers the Judication effect to fire off Dust Stalker bolts and
There
deliver
it is.
final judgment upon the guilty.
Man, Cyno.
In my travels across
You're
I've
making
heard
it
people
hard.
say that curiosity was mankind's original sin. Perhaps everyone has the impulse to explore the deep secrets of the world, but only scholars can truly fulfill such ambitions. Cyno can relate to some degree. Placing the mysteries of the universe before scholars with a burning desire for knowledge would be like placing a dragon-themed deck from Genius Invocation TCG in front of him.
There's a TCG in this game?
Irresistible temptations. Perhaps the academia established the mantra not principally to punish wayward scholars, but rather to protect them, because the gravest crimes committed in the name of wisdom may be beyond the mantra's ability to punish.
Oh. Good character. I mean, I have yet to see a bad character so far. I mean, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Nilou, I feel like she's probably still really good. I mean, is there bad characters in this game, guys? Let me know. This next one is Dori. Business is booming.
I first met Dori long before she was the infinitely resourceful merchant that you know today, but I could already see that her adorable face was simply brimming with confident determination. Such focus, such passion. Now, what kind of grand sorceress would I be if I didn't offer her just a little assistance? I dare say my instincts were right on the Mora.
Right on the Mora.
It turned out to be one of the best I've ever made.
Come on, let's go. There's a fortune to be made.
Yes. Let's make that money. Let's get that bag, Dori.
Dream of turning away a perfectly good business deal just
That's
because the customer
adorable.
demands the impossible.
Ah.
No. So long as the price is right on your tall order.
She just bounces on it. It's so cute.
Personally make sure that all your worries are zapped away with the aid of her Electrovision.
She's Electro
Ideas
too.
that pass through Dori's hands seem to magically yield extra returns. When Dori crafts character and weapon enhancement materials, she has a chance to recover some of the materials used.
Really?
Set aside for emergencies.
Well, that's good.
His normal attack causes
I'll
her
need
genie
that.
to combo up to 3 strikes that deal physical damage to enemies. Hold the attack button and the genie drains stamina over time to perform a
Oh, yeah, she's got a little
spinning
spin
on
attack.
nearby enemies,
Yes.
dealing physical damage. When the spinning stops,
That's
the
cool.
genie unleashes one final extra strong strike that launches smaller enemies within range. Dori's elemental skill.
She has like a Yo, the way she shoots that.
Sweeten the deal when troubleshooter shots.
That is adorable.
After sales service rounds are produced that automatically track down their nearby enemies and deal extra.
That's
electro
cool.
damage just for good measure.
Not only does it attack the enemy you're shooting at, but it also shoots off and attacks anything around it.
Dori will restore elemental energy to herself based on her energy recharge rate. Each elemental skill valid for 1 energy recharge only. Energy can be redeemed only up to a certain limit. Terms and conditions apply.
The narrator. Oh, the elemental burst.
When Dori unleashes her elemental burst, she summons the genie from her lamp to provide her customers with a plethora of services. The genie connects to a nearby character,
What?
causing them to become affected by electro. The
What?
connected character will continuously restore HP.
Ah, the
and
healing!
Dori's max HP, and will also steadily regenerate energy.
What?
When the connector between the genie and the character touches enemies, it will deal bouts of electro damage to them at set intervals.
Oh!
Only
That's
one genie
that's
can
good.
exist at one time.
Not only are you getting HP, you're getting energy, and it deals more damage. Come on, man.
Where she looks, she must
Come
always
on.
be ready to provide customers with the perfect solution at a moment's notice.
Look at this.
Unlocking the talent An Eye for Gold. When a character connected to the genie triggers an electrocharged superconduct, overloaded, quicken, aggravate, hyper bloom, or an electro swirl or crystallized reaction, the cooldown
Oh.
of troubleshooter cannon is decreased. This effect can only be triggered once.
Oh, what?
Any merchant worth their mora must have keen foresight, and Dori figures out just what her customers need. before
Like
they even
Nahida,
realize
she has a
themselves.
lot of strategy to her too.
Adventurers heading toward danger always seem to find a certain petite peddler waiting for them, just where the going starts to get tough. After entering battle, Dori fires her troubleshooter shots to deal electro damage to enemies, with the after-sales service rounds following up after the initial delivery.
After-sales
When her
service
energy is
rounds.
full, Dori summons forth the genie within the lamp to provide support to her teammates. The genie can
This
connect
music
to
in the
nearby
back, you hear
characters,
it?
causing them to regenerate
It's hard to
energy and
focus, it's
restore
so good.
HP. By moving the character's position, the connection with the genie can be adjusted, dealing electro damage to enemies while offering customers a little extra bang for their buck.
Haha, I like that. Yo, Dori. Okay, the healing though.
I've traveled all over the world, met countless people, and helped plenty of them along the way. But Dori is one of the very few who still keeps in touch. I'm not interested in her paying me back, but I do admire her bold and daring mercantile methods. Doing business is just like adventuring and inventing. You must go big or go home. You mustn't be skittish and easily deterred. So for my purposes, Dori is a superb partner, and I am only too delighted to place the most ingenious of my personal inventions into her capable hands.
Aww.
Astrologist friend of mine always harps on about the consequences of handing off these kinds of items, but nothing has come of it yet, so we'll continue business as normal.
I like that. Keep on giving Dori that business. That was good, man. Okay. I'm seeing that like the smaller characters like her and Nahida and probably some of the other smaller characters are all going to be like nice support characters. So this one's Collei. Sunny green fields.
The Gandharvaville welcomed a new trainee to their ranks. She's a warm-hearted girl with a radiant smile, always ready to help a forest trekker in need. Like the hardiest plants in the forest,
She a Dendro
her will
character?
to live runs deep, seemingly unbreakable despite the traumas of the past.
She has the boomerang, right? Boomerang bow.
Trainee Forest Ranger Collei,
Yeah,
reporting.
Dendro. Collei!
Mondstadt gave Collei an opportunity to turn things around, and now Sumeru provides her with a place to grow. Here, she will support those around her with her newly acquired power of Dendro.
Nice.
Good things come to
Newly
those who are willing
acquired
to
though.
work
Wait,
with
what?
Dendros.
What was she before that? Did she
When
not have any
Collei is in
powers?
the party, she reduces gliding stamina consumption for your own party members,
Ooh.
making exploration faster.
It's all about that
Collei's normal
stamina
attack can
increase.
combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical
Okay, this is our
damage.
first bow character that we're gonna see in this.
Charged attack. Collei executes a more precise aimed shot that deals increased
What?
damage. While aiming, Dendro
What?
energy accumulates on the arrowhead. A fully charged arrow will deal Dendro damage.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that.
Collei's elemental skill throws a floral ring that deals 1 bout of Dendro damage to each target it hits. The floral ring
That's
will
cool.
return after a set time, dealing further Dendro damage on the way back.
Yeah, I like that.
After unlocking the talent Floral Sidewinder, if one of your own party
Oh,
members
it still
triggers
keeps
a
going.
burn, quicken, aggravate, spread, bloom, hyperbloom, or burgeon reaction before the floral ring returns, the floral ring will grant the character the Sprout effect on its return. The Sprout effect deals Dendro damage to nearby enemies for
Oh.
a set time based on Collei's attack.
It's kind of cool.
If the Sprout effect
Woohoo!
is triggered
Ryan,
again
go,
before it
Ryan!
expires, the initial effect
No!
will be removed.
Colin Amba, help!
Oh, here we go, the elemental burst. What is that?
Collei's elemental
heal?
burst brings her trusty assistant, Cullen Anba, into the battle, causing
Cullen
an
Anbar.
explosion that deals AoE Dendro damage.
Whoa!
And creates a Cullen Amba zone. Cullen Amba bounds around within the zone,
Whoa!
dealing further AoE Dendro damage.
That's good.
Plant life thrives in the
AoE
Sumeru forest,
attacks are
like
just
the
great.
hope rejuvenated in Collei's life. After unlocking the talent The Languid Wood, when a character in the Cullen Anba
Look at
zone
that.
triggers a burning, quicken, aggravate, spread, bloom, hyperbloom, or burgeon reaction, the zone's duration will be extended.
No
Given
way.
Cullen Anba zone's duration may only be extended in this way by up to a limited amount.
Oh, limited amount. Okay, I was about to say you could abuse that, but no.
The time that Collei once spent on the run taught her a wealth of survival and combat skills. Though still a trainee forest ranger, her Dendro vision gives her the ability to hold her own in many challenging situations. In battle, Collei focuses on casting her elemental skill, aiming to hit as many enemies as possible and generate the sprout
Dear
effect
Lord.
from the floral ring. This enables her teammates to deal greater
Yo, I
damage
might
and
like her more now that I'm
elemental
seeing
reactions.
gameplay of her.
When her energy is full, Collei summons Cullen Anba, whose Cullen Anba zone deals continuous Dendro damage to the
Holy
enemy
sh!
and creates a fertile ground for elemental reactions.
Oh my
By
god!
coordinating with her teammates,
Did you see that?
the zone can be extended and exploited long enough to root out every last one.
Woohoo! Yo! She is
Growth
fire.
means different things to different people.
That AoE attack
Some
is
simply wish to grow up in peace.
OE.
while others pursue loftier goals. As for Collei, she believes that overcoming her past is a necessary step on the long journey to the future she pursues. This is wise, for to overcome is to move forward,
Absolutely.
not to wallow endlessly in the past.
I agree with that 100%.
Pity that my former travel companion, for all their years of rumination, lacks Collei's clarity on this.
Aw.
Or perhaps some situations are simply too complex to be resolved by good intentions and honest effort alone.
She's got a really cute design. Man, I like her. I'm glad that I finally got to see a bow character in action. Tighnari, let's go! Lush Verdure.
Compared to ferocious beasts, it's hard to imagine placid plants ever posing a serious threat to humans.
Woohoo!
But deep within the sprawling
The
forest where
fungi
vegetation grows
are
unchecked,
coming in hot.
telling what dangers may
They
lurk.
are coming in hot.
So never underestimate the rainforest, for life is a formidable force.
Watch.
If you're hoping to pass through the Avidia forest without incident, you would be wise to heed the stern warning
Good boy.
of the Forest Watcher.
I'll lead the way.
Another Dendro character.
Tighnari believes that the best thing to do with knowledge is to utilize it effectively in everyday life.
Absolutely.
Applying his botanical expertise in the use of his dendrovision has helped him to both advance his research and protect the rainforest's ecosystem.
As he should.
To be an effective forest watcher requires a keen, observant pair of eyes. When Tighnari is in your party, the location of resources unique to Sumeru will appear on your minimap,
No
making
way.
it easier to gather supplies.
That's useful.
Tighnari's normal attack
Ooh,
can combo up to 4
he's got the
consecutive
speed.
shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Tighnari executes a more precise aim
Ah.
shot that deals increased damage. The shot has different effects depending on how long the charging lasts.
What?
At charge level 1, Tighnari fires
Different
a
charge
dendro-infused
levels?
arrow that deals dendro damage. At charge level 2, Tighnari fires a wreath arrow that deals dendro damage. After
Oh
hitting
my
its target,
god!
several cluster bloom arrows are generated that will auto-target nearby enemies and deal further dendro
Oh,
damage.
that's crazy.
When the talent Keen Sight is unlocked, after Tighnari fires a wreath arrow, his elemental mastery will be increased for a limited time.
No way.
Tighnari's elemental skill throws a Vinyana Stormheart ahead of him that deals AoE dendro damage.
There it
and
is.
creates a Vinyana Kanda field, which summons strange illusions to taunt enemies and draw their fire.
Oh, that confuses him.
Also, Tighnari gains the Vinyana Suffusion effect that decreases the charging time of the next wreath arrow. This effect will dissipate once the duration ends, or after Tighnari has fired
Oh,
a
that's
certain
crazy.
number of wreath arrows.
I'll uproot you.
I'll uproot you.
When Tighnari unleashes his elemental burst, he
That's his
harnesses
elemental
the power
burst?
of germination and fires 6 Tanglevine tendrils that automatically
Cool,
target enemies and
but
deal
not
dendro
as
damage.
cool as I thought it would
After
be.
the Tanglevine tendrils hit their target, a second wave of tendrils is produced that also auto-target enemies and deal dendro damage. After studying the properties of a diverse range of plants, Tighnari gained a wealth of new insight into dendro-infused arrows. After unlocking the talent Scholarly Blade, for every point of elemental mastery Tighnari possesses, his charged attack and elemental burst damage are increased.
What?
Damage can only be increased up to a certain limit. Poorly prepared hikers and fierce monsters are constant
That 4-hit combo is
troubles in the
so cool.
rainforest. An earnest, informative lecture is sufficient to deal with the former. But in the case of the latter, Tighnari shows no mercy.
Nope.
During battle, Tighnari first uses his elemental skill to create a Vinyana Kanda field
Perfect.
to taunt enemies and obtain the Vinyana Suffusion effect.
That wreath arrow work though, man.
From a safe vantage point, he can now quickly charge and fire wreath arrows to deal dendro damage to enemies.
You just gotta stay agile with him.
When energy is full, Tighnari unleashes his elemental burst,
Look at that.
firing Tanglevine tendrils that pursue.
Sheesh.
2 waves of Tanglevines will home in on enemies to root out the problem at the source.
Great, man. Just great.
Even as I speak, strange events that I cannot comprehend are unfolding in Sumeru.
I'm getting him. Best
Fortunately for
believe
Tighnari,
that.
though he lacks knowledge of the full situation, his intuition has saved him from
So
becoming
adorable.
entangled in it. In Tighnari's opinion, however profound and esoteric knowledge may be, it does not equal virtue. Elitism and deceit can lead to no good. Ironically, the academia sages who manage knowledge neither comprehend the true meaning of knowledge, nor understand the yearnings of the human heart. Though Tighnari has rejected them several times, still their pleas come time after time to his door.
Y'all
Let's
can't
see
have
just
this
where
knowledge.
Exactly the path of stubbornness and ignorance will lead them in the future.
My man, bro. Tighnari. I'm glad to see a lot of Tighnari fans in the comment sections in the last couple of videos that I've done. It makes me happy. Heizou.
Technically speaking,
Hurricane
the Tenko
Breakthrough.
Commission has no formal position.
Okay, let's see more from the detective.
However,
he's got a
formal or
really
not,
interesting
Doshin
fighting
Shikanoin
style.
Is indisputably the Commission's top sleuth, and every co-worker and criminal he has ever met has come to refer to him as that famous detective. Even the most rigid of rules will bend to accommodate extraordinary talent.
He's got that swag.
And so the young prodigy detective's reputation only continues to grow.
I'm on the case.
He's
Heizou
on the
prefers
case.
to avoid physical combat and prides himself on winning battles with his intellect. However, even he admits that sometimes the martial arts skills that his father made him learn are vital
He was forced
when
to learn 'em.
defending himself in the pursuit of justice. Although cracking cases is a detective's core duty, Heizou believes his true calling lies in preventing would-be criminals from ever committing crimes in the first place. When Shikanoin Heizou is in the party, he reduces sprinting stamina consumption for your own party members, making
Oh, that's good.
exploration faster. Heizou's normal
anything that
attack
makes
performs up to
exploration
5
better is
strikes
good.
That deal animo damage.
Look at that.
His charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to perform a sweeping kick, dealing animo damage.
You got to get in real close to enemies, though. That's the unfortunate
Heizou's
part.
elemental skill to wield the swift winds and launch a powerful strike that deals animo damage.
Dear Lord.
Holding the skill charges energy and allows Heizou to obtain up to 4 stacks of the declension effect,
Excuse me?
which increases the power of the next elemental skill. When the skill button is released, or the skill finishes charging, Heizou strikes
Whoa!
forward, dealing animo damage.
What did he gain, though,
When
from
Heizou
that?
possesses 4 declension stacks, the conviction effect is produced, further increasing the damage and AoE of the next elemental skill.
Oh, that's cool.
After unlocking the talent's paradoxical practice, Shikanoin Heizou will gain 1 declension stack when he triggers a swirl reaction on the field. This effect can only be gained
Oh,
once
I
per
see.
short period. Strategic use of this effect allows Heizou to quickly gain declension stacks and increase
Ooh.
the power of the elemental.
Oh!
Sharp investigative instincts.
I'm about to be out here juggling people with him.
And method behind a crime. His sheer brilliance means that many aspire to one day partner with him on a case.
I would want to. I mean,
Talent's
sheesh.
penetrative reasoning is unlocked. After Heizou's elemental skill hits an opponent,
Look at this.
the elemental mastery of all other party members is increased for a limited time.
That's exactly what you want.
Confess!
When Heizou unleashes his elemental burst, he leaps into the air and kicks the Fudo-style vacuum slugger towards the enemy.
Whoa!
The vacuum slugger explodes on hit, creating a
Oh
wind
my
tunnel that pulls in nearby objects and opponents.
Bro!
And deals AoE animo damage.
That
When vacuum
AoE
slugger
animo
hits enemies
damage
affected
is
by hydro,
insane.
Pyro, cryo, or electro, it afflicts them with Windmuster Iris. Moments later,
What is that?
Windmuster Iris explodes and dissipates, dealing AoE damage of the corresponding elemental type.
What the
Vacuum Slugger can
Absolutely
afflict a maximum
not.
of 4 enemies with the Windmuster Iris. A single enemy cannot be affected by irises of different elemental types at the same time.
I mean, I know I haven't played this game
Heizou
yet,
always chooses brains over
but that
brawn.
sounds
He
good.
is nimble and well practiced in the
He
martial
seems
arts.
really good.
This plus his keen sense of battle judgment makes him more competent at close quarters combat than most imagine. In battle, the elemental skill is Heizou's main means of attack. A smart offensive allows him to rack up declension stacks
Yeah,
and
just
unleash a more powerful elemental skill.
Stack that up as fast as you can.
When energy is full,
And you have a free charged
Heizou
attack.
unleashes his elemental burst and uses the vacuum slugger to deal animo damage.
Boy.
By effectively coordinating with his
Boy.
teammates, Heizou can afflict enemies with the Windbuster Iris, lowering their defenses while assisting his allies.
Was that child, man? I wasn't really paying attention. Wow.
For most detectives, finding the truth is the end goal of
He
every
seems
case.
like
Once
he
the file
is
closed
broken
and the criminal brought
in
to
a good way.
justice, the satisfied sleuth sits back and congratulates themselves on a job well done. But even a job well done is not enough for Heizou. Finding the truth is good, but finding a way to dissuade criminals in the first place is even better. If it were anyone else, I would laugh off their delusions of grandeur. Surely no single detective could hope to reduce crime through the sheer weight of their reputation.
This one will.
Yet, in the case of Shikanoin Heizou, I find myself entertaining a faint and uncharacteristic sense of optimism. With that said, it is a pity that a detective of his caliber was unavailable to take on the case of the deicide of the God of Contracts.
I wonder who that is. Heizou's out here though, man. He's unmatched. He's broken. Take him out of the game. Kuki, Shinobu. Who is that?
Forgiven for wondering how an organization as chaotic as the Arataki
Who is this
gang has
character?
managed to survive as long as it has, despite the near daily conflict they stir up and frequent stints in jail. Somehow, the fallout of their antics is successfully contained time and again. Luckily for them, the Arataki gang does have one member who actually has their head screwed on.
Oh, okay. I remember her. Yeah.
Don't tell me they did it again.
Kuki Shinobu doesn't go looking for trouble, but it always finds its way to her via the company she keeps. This gives her a wealth of experience in cleaning up after others. No matter how tricky things get, Shinobu is always able to help her friends out of a tight spot with the aid of her electrovision, deftly diffusing
Here we
the
go, another
situation
electro.
every time. If there were qualifications for expedition expertise, Kuki Shinobu would likely be certified at the highest level. When Kuki Shinobu is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Inazuma,
Oh, you
she will
can
obtain
put them in
increased
expeditions?
rewards.
And it actually takes real time
Shinobu's
hours?
normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes,
Whoa.
dealing physical damage to enemies. Her charged attack consumes a certain amount of stamina to perform 2 swift strikes to the front, dealing physical damage.
Nice.
When she casts her elemental skill, Shinobu consumes some HP to create a ring of sanctification.
What does that
dealing
do?
electro damage to surrounding enemies.
Oh, that's nice.
The ring of sanctification follows the active
Oh.
character and periodically deals
It follows the
electro
active
damage to
character,
nearby
too.
enemies, while also healing active characters nearby.
That's kind of
The
good.
healing amount scales with Shinobu's max HP.
That's kind of good.
HP consumed by her elemental skill will not decrease her HP lower than a certain level.
Oh, that's good.
After unlocking the talent Breaking Free,
You can't accidentally
when
kill
Kuki
yourself with it.
Shinobu's HP is low, she will gain an increased healing bonus.
Oh,
Though
nice.
the Arataki gang causes her no end of trouble, it's the one place Kuki Shinobu has the freedom to be herself. After unlocking the talent Heart's Repose, the healing effect and damage dealt by Sanctifying Ring will increase, based on Shinobu's elemental mastery.
Oh, nice.
I'll settle this.
When Shinobu unleashes her elemental burst, she stabs her blade into the ground, creating a
That
field
looks good, but not
excoriates evil.
crazy.
This
At
field
least it's an
deals
AoE.
continuous electro damage, based on Shinobu's max HP.
It just looks okay,
When she
though.
casts her elemental burst, if Shinobu's HP is low, the field will last longer.
The field will last longer? Oh.
Kuki Shinobu is uncertain of the criteria for obtaining a vision, but that doesn't stop her from taking full advantage of its power. In combat, Shinobu supports her teammates by using her elemental skill to create a ring of sanctification. Besides healing nearby active characters, the ring also creates ideal conditions for elemental reactions,
Nice.
allowing her teammates to easily gain the upper hand. When energy is
Yeah,
full,
that ring sounds
Shinobu
really
unleashes her
good.
elemental burst, creating a cleansing field that deals continuous electro damage to enemies in its AoE.
Dear
paving the way to a
Lord!
decisive victory.
Man, she went in.
To most, The world provides boundless possibilities, and people are free to make their own choices as long as they are ready to accept the consequences.
Oh, the fish.
Fortunately, Kuki Shinobu is a talented individual, and the troubles stirred up by the Arataki gang are a price worth paying for her freedom.
I think it's funny that she's part of that
To
gang.
thank Kujo Sara for an introduction, Shinobu once treated her to drinks at Uyu Restaurant.
Really?
I doubt that the Tenryo Commission General could have ever imagined a throwaway comment she made over drinks with her friend would end up ensuring the longevity of the Arataki gang, cementing their place as a thorn in her side for years to come.
Oops. Oops. She's all about that Electra, though. She seems all right. Not my kind of character, but all right. Definitely not OP like some of the other ones. Yelan! Traceless
In the business
stealth.
of national security, the public eye poses many restrictions. While trouble brews in the shadows,
She's got the
it helps to
whip.
bring in special talent. Someone who can move
She looks
freely between
good.
different circles,
They've been showing her
covering
here and
tracks
there,
as they go.
and I'm liking
But
her
be
attacks.
warned, this kind of collaboration could cost you, so make
What?
sure it's worth the price.
Who's our target this time?
Oh my god.
Yelan is a master of the
Yelan,
bow,
okay.
whose hydrovision takes her abilities to new heights. Stronger and more daring than most, she thrives in dangerous situations, leading her enemies slowly but surely into her trap.
That's what we like to see
For
and
Yelan,
hear.
staying alert to new intel of all kinds is second nature. Wherever she goes,
Oh my
wherever she
goodness.
goes, she always returns with a wealth of resources. When Yelan
Oh,
is
you need to
dispatched
put
on
her
a
on
20-hour
explorations.
expedition in Liu, she will obtain increased rewards.
Look at that. She's bringing in the
Yelan's normal
big
attack
cash.
Can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing
Woo!
physical damage. Holding the attack button executes a more precise shot that deals increased
Nice.
damage. While aiming, flowing water accumulates on the arrowhead. A fully charged arrow deals hydro damage on hit.
What?
After leaving combat for a short
If you
time,
shot that cross on their
Yelan
back,
gains the breakthrough effect,
does it do like a crit
which
damage?
greatly decreases the charge time of her next aimed shot,
Oh, that's nice.
and fires a breakthrough barb at full charge. The breakthrough barb deals AoE,
Oh,
hydro
AoE.
damage that scales based on Yelan's max HP.
Oh, yes.
When she casts her elemental skill, Yelan moves rapidly using her lifeline, latching onto and marking enemies as she goes. Tapping and
Ooh.
holding the skill produce different effects.
Absolutely.
When tapped, Yelan rapidly dashes forward a short distance. While held, Yelan remains in a rapid movement state and
Look at
gains
that.
increased resistance to
That looks
interruption
so
while in
fun.
that state. During this time, Yelan can control the direction she sprints in and can cast the skill again to exit
Oh!
the rapid movement state. Using this skill, she can quickly approach groups of enemies while easily avoiding some of their attacks.
Yes.
It helps her explore the surrounding terrain more rapidly. When rapid movement ends, Lifeline will
Look at that, you can just run right
and
through
deal
them.
hydro damage to marked enemies based on Yelan's max HP.
That's a great attack.
When Lifeline explodes, the number of enemies marked affects her chance to gain the breakthrough effect.
What's
The more
that?
enemies marked, the higher the chance to gain the effect.
Ooh.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Oh, here's her burst.
When
What was
Yelan
that?
unleashes her elemental burst, she
Oh, nice.
deals AoE hydro damage to nearby enemies and creates an exquisite throw to assist in battle. Exquisite throw follows the active character.
Oh, I guess that's
and when
kind
they
of cool.
perform a normal attack, or Yelan's lifeline explodes and hits an enemy, Exquisite throw will join in the attack, dealing hydro damage based on Yelan's max HP. After unlocking the
At first I
talent
wasn't
Adaptive
impressed, but now
Move,
seeing the little
active character's
dice,
damage dealt gradually
that's
increases
cool.
While Exquisite throw is present. If the elemental burst is cast again while this effect is active, the effect will be cleared. Before the fun of guessing the enemy's next move begins, Yelan inspects her hand and tallies up her strengths. After unlocking the talent Turn
Gotta have that luck.
Yelan's max HP is increased, based on the number of elemental types in the party. The more elemental types, the greater the increase.
Oh, nice.
Wherever there is intrigue, Yelan is in the background, quietly weaving her web. By the time her prey notices, it's already too late. In battle, Yelan likes to open with her breakthrough bar.
That reminded me of Breath of the
Using her
Wild. Like,
elemental skill to approach nearby enemies.
Like
She
exactly.
ensnares her targets with lifeline, then lets it explode and deal damage. After
Oh.
the explosion, if she has the breakthrough effect, Yelan may follow up with another breakthrough bomb to inflict further damage. When energy is
oh.
full, Yelan unleashes her elemental burst to create an exquisite throw, providing hydro damage and a damage boost,
Excuse
so
me?
the team can round up the remaining foes. Fate is a
She's
cruel
good,
and
man.
perilous thing. It bodes only ill, lurking in dark places like the chasm. To me, that place is the epitome of human misfortune. People died there, far from their homes.
Aw.
People with hopes and dreams, dutiful to the bitter end. Different motivations resulted in the same tragic conclusion.
This is feelsy.
People ought to fear disaster, unless they can learn to draw strength from their fear. Perhaps Yelan is just such a unique case. Undeterred by fate's cruel design, there is no path she will not go down in the pursuit of secrets. But what if, one day, she descends into a place from which there is no escape?
Oh
I'm
no.
curious,
Is
on
that
which of her
foreshadowing?
many sides would she see herself be remembered?
Don't say that. You're jinxing her. She looks good though, man. That might be another character I'd have to go for if I see her on a banner. Ayato! Reflection of the moon and flowers.
Surrounding the epicenter of power is a tangled web of powerful factions, where vested interests and hidden agendas lurk beneath the surface. For
He's gonna
someone to
be-
not only rise to the top in this environment, but
man.
also maintain stability.
I've
They
seen
must be
a little bit of
exceptionally
him
shrewd and
in
highly
the
skilled.
teaser trailers, and man,
Anyone who hopes to meet the man at the top would be wise to first make
he's
sure
looking good.
that they know exactly whose side they're on.
What's that? Join you for a walk? Why not?
Absolutely.
Kamisato Ayato is the Yashiro commissioner. As heir to his clan, he has trained for this role all his life, including in the martial arts. His fighting style channels the power of Hydro through the forms of Kamisato armor.
Another Hydro user. I feel like we've seen a lot of those.
Beneath the tranquil surface, ready to overwhelm his foes like a flash flood. To the clan leader whose every meal is prepared for him by his staff, cooking is not a necessity, but a pastime. When
He likes to cook?
Kamisato Ayato cooks a perfect dish, he has a chance to obtain a suspicious dish of the same kind.
Ooh, nice.
Kamisato Ayato's normal attack
Look at that.
can combo up to 5 slashes. dealing
5
physical damage.
slashes?
His charged attack.
The way he
consumes a set amount
sheaths
of
his
stamina
blade, bro.
to charge forward and perform the
That
EI
is so...
technique, dealing physical damage. Tap his elemental skill to shift positions and enter the Takemiguri Kanka state.
What?
After this shift, a watery illusion forms in Ayato's original position. After forming, the watery illusion will explode if enemies are near or when its duration ends.
Excuse
AoE
me?
hydro damage. While in the Takemiguri Kanka state, Ayato unleashes rapid
Look at that!
Shinsuken attacks,
Ooh!
converting his normal attack damage into AoE hydro damage that cannot be overridden.
Dude, he's like Virgil from DMC.
After a Shinsuken attack hits an enemy, Ayato receives the Namisen effect,
Oh my god.
which increases Shinsuken attack damage based on his current max HP.
I love him just for that. Just because he
Maximum
reminds me
number
of
Namisen
Virgil.
Stacks starts at 4. Stacks can be gained via Shinsuken attacks once per set.
Dude
time
moves
period
so fast it
that
doesn't even look
disappear
like
when
he's...
the Takemiguri Kanka state ends.
He's slashing.
Also, while in the Takemiguri Kanka state, Ayato's resistance to interruption is increased, but he cannot perform charged or plunging attacks.
What?
After
You've gotta be
unlocking the
kidding me!
talent Mineo Matoishi Kiyotaki, Ayato receives 2 Namisen stacks immediately after casting his elemental skill.
What is that?
And when the watery illusion explodes, Ayato gains a Namisen effect equivalent to the maximum number of stacks.
Kamisato art.
Stop. Stop.
When Ayato unleashes
That's his burst?
elemental burst, he unveils a garden of purity that silences the cacophony.
Oh, that looks good.
While this space exists, Bloom water blades rain down continuously, attacking
What?
enemies within range and dealing hydro damage. The normal attack damage of characters within this space is also increased.
What?
Ripples on water destroy the immaculate face
This
of the
man's
moon
all
with
about
its
power.
but it regains its composure the moment after they pass. After unlocking the talent Michiyuku Hagetsu, when Ayato is not on the field, if his elemental energy is below a certain threshold, he continuously regains energy. Kamisato Ayato keeps a low profile and rarely shows.
So it's
his
good
true
to swap him
talents.
out.
But when those lured into a false sense of security seek to move against him, he is only too happy to deal with them himself. The Shinsuiken is Ayato's main means of attack. During battle, Ayato coordinates with his teammates to produce hydro-based elemental reactions and take down groups of enemies with a barrage of Shinsuiken strikes to gain the upper hand. When energy is full, Ayato unleashes his elemental burst, unveiling a garden of purity, which increases party members' normal attack damage and sets the stage for further elemental reactions to flush out any final remnants.
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for
Many
words.
years ago, the Yashiro Commission faced upheaval
He's
for their
good.
transgressions. The Kamisato clan survives today because they found favor in the eyes of a god, but they bear an eternal obligation to be guardians of the divine.
Oh.
If you ask the head of the Kamisato clan what he truly holds sacred, I dare say the will of the gods would not be his answer. And so, though Kamisato Ayato appears to handle his affairs with consummate ease, when all is said and done, he is simply an ordinary soul caught between the divine and the mundane. If there comes a day,
Yeah,
when
he
the
is pretty
instruction of
ordinary.
the gods conflicts with that which he has sworn to protect, how then will he preserve his delicately maintained stability?
Sheesh. It's getting harder and harder to determine who I want, man. I know a lot of people are saying that like I shouldn't just be like betting on like certain characters, but I mean if I see a character that I like here, I'm going for their banner, you know what I mean?
Miko
And
is
hopefully I get
divine
him.
Kitsune, as the Electro Archon
I think she's in the current
and
banner.
Fuji of the
Yeah,
Grand
Miko.
Narukami Shrine. Her dignified presence commands awe and respect.
So I
As
should really
chief
pay attention to
editor
this
of
one.
the Yae Publishing House, and a patron and participant of festivities, her crafty tone keeps you guessing. This leaves many uncertain of how to deal with the majestic but mystifying Miko. In reality, however, if you want to make Lady Guji smile, you needn't deliver an eloquent speech. You simply need to say these 4 magic words. Something amusing just happened.
Whatever would you do without me?
In
Jeez.
Yae Miko's eyes, shooing away pesky intruders is a tedious task that does not require her personal involvement. She can leave this to the Kitsune spirits. Only when her curiosity is aroused will Yae Miko show
I love her
what
foxtails.
and summon lightning plummeting from above. It's said that those lucky enough to witness this spectacle never live to tell of the tale.
Ah, I see what you did there.
With her age
I
and
see what you did there.
experience, Yae Miko is one of the most learned in the land. Even if the spur-of-the-moment stories she enjoys telling make this hard to believe. When Yae Miko crafts character talent materials, there is a chance to obtain 1 extra random item of the same region.
What?
This
That sounds
item has
really
the
good.
same rarity as the material consumed. Yae Miko's normal attack performs up to 3 consecutive attacks, dealing electro damage. Her charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina and deals AoE electro damage after a short casting time.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Tap her elemental skill.
Her charge
and
attack
Yae
looks
Miko moves
nice.
swiftly, leaving behind a Seisho Sakura. While on the field, it periodically strikes one nearby enemy with lightning, dealing
That's
electro
cool.
damage. This skill has 3 charges, and a maximum of 3 Seisho Sakura can exist at one time. If another Seisho Sakura is
You can put them in a
nearby,
triangle?
its level
Oh,
is
that's so
increased,
cool.
meaning its
What?
lightning strikes deal more damage. Initially, Seisho Sakura are created at level 1, and the maximum level
Look
is
at
3.
this.
By strategically spacing the Seisho Sakura, Yae Miko can quickly create an ideal formation to increase their damage level.
Oh,
and
she's
put her
all about
enemy in a
strategy.
difficult position.
Don't
When
let her
the
get you
Kuki
in
of the
that.
shrine
It's
recites
game
a
over.
blessing, thunder roars in response. After unlocking the talent Enlightened Blessing, Seisho
Okay.
Sakura damage is increased based on Yae Miko's elemental
Sheesh. Woo!
I'm always watching.
Oh, that burst
When
is.
Miko unleashes her elemental burst, she summons a lightning strike, dealing AoE electro damage. When cast, Yae Miko
Oh my
unseals nearby
God.
Seisho Sakura, destroying their outer
Look
form
at that.
and transforming them into Tenko Thunderbolts, dealing further AoE electro
Does
damage.
even more damage.
For each Seisho Sakura destroyed in
Look at
this
this.
way, one Tenko
Bam,
Thunderbolt
bam,
strikes
bam.
down.
Excuse me?
After unlocking the talent, the Shrine's Sacred Shade, when Yae Miko casts her elemental burst, each Seisho Sakura destroyed resets the cooldown for one charge of her elemental skill.
And you could just keep
Don't
doing
let Yae
it.
Miko's graceful outward appearance fool you into thinking she is gracious in temperament, for that would be a fatal error. During battle, Yae Miko does not think twice before unleashing Seisho Sakura. She ensnares the enemy in a perilous position, dealing damage and creating opportunities for teammates to attack.
Look at that. You just kite the enemy into it. And it's game over. Look at that. What can you do? Look at that. You just set him back up. You just set him back up and you keep going.
In storytelling skill,
Wow.
the writers of the Yae Publishing House are my superior. When I get talking, I tend to speak of true historical events. But under Chief Editor Yae's guidance, works of sheer fantasy thrive, accounting for the vast majority of popular light novels.
That is facts.
Maybe in another few centuries, archaeologists will find books filled with pure fiction, mistake them for rare historical records, and draw all kinds of conclusions from them.
Oh.
Perhaps by then, the truth of the past will be consumed as entertaining fiction. Its only purpose to meet people's need for novelty, save for the sneering of the kitsune. All that will remain is the despairing sighs of the long forgotten.
Yikes. Why are we preaching today? Let's stop. Let's stop. Somebody turn this narrator off. Yunjin. We have
The people
Showstopper.
of Liyue have always been fond of Liyue opera. The reason? Only through these old
She's the
tales from
opera
eons
singer.
ago can they witness the
Yeah.
legendary feats
Yes.
of the Adept.
Somebody told me to cosplay as her. I was
Ever
like, I'm
since
dead.
The young Yunjin became director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. Not only has she excelled in classical Adepti-style opera, but she has also brought her own original stories to the stage, recounting tales of the common folk. It is often said that listening to Ms. Yun's new operas is like unwrapping a gift box.
That's cool.
Anticipation followed by sheer delight.
Which opera shall we perform today?
See, her outfit is
Fans
just
of
so
Liyue opera all agree.
beautiful.
That Yunjin has boundless talent, performing admirably both on the stage and on the battlefield. When defending herself from the enemy, Yunjin deftly adapts the techniques of stage combat, turning defense into offense and putting on a show her enemies won't forget in a hurry.
Oh?
In order to satisfy her appetite, while maintaining a perfect figure and singing voice, Yunjin developed a certain knack for cooking.
Oh, she's good at cooking
When
too.
Yunjin achieves perfect cooking on dishes with adventure-related effects, she has a certain chance to cook double the amount.
Nice. Double's always
Yunjin's
better.
Normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes, dealing physical damage.
Graceful.
Yunjin's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies in her path.
Ooh. Ooh.
Tap her elemental skill, and Yunjin strikes from a cloud-grasping stance, dealing geo damage. When the skill is held, Yunjin adopts the opening flourish stance and charges
What?
up, forming a shield. The shield's damage absorption scales.
That
as
shield
Yunjin's
is
max
awesome.
HP and has increased effectiveness
Whew.
against all elemental and physical damage. When
You
the
guys
skill
hear
is
this
released,
music?
its duration ends, or when the shield
Jeez.
breaks. Yunjin will unleash the charged energy as an attack, dealing geo damage.
Oh, that's
Based
so
on the time
amazing.
spent charging, the attack will unleash at
This is the first Geo character we've seen so far.
After unlocking the talent True to Oneself, using opening flourish at the precise moment when Yunjin is attacked will unleash its level 2 charged form.
Bro, this
Efficient
parry
use
is
of these skills
insane,
allows
bro.
Yunjin to effectively fend off enemy attacks.
I love
and
any
step
character with a
back.
parry.
Unleashing
Okay.
Yunjin's elemental burst deals AoE geo damage and grants the flying cloud flag formation to nearby party members. When characters with flying cloud flag formation deal normal attack damage to enemies,
Oh, it goes up a little bit.
deal bonus damage based on Yunjin's current defense.
More damage is always
The
good.
effects of flying cloud flag formation will be cleared after a set duration or after being triggered a set number of times. When one normal attack hits multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times.
Yeah, see, that's what I would do.
according to
I
the
would
number of
parry and then I would
enemies
switch to the other character and go
hit. The number
in.
of times triggered is counted independently for each member of the party. After unlocking the talent Breaking Conventions, the normal attack damage bonus granted by flying cloud flag formation
I would do
is
just like,
further
was that?
increased. The
Wu Tao
more
was
elemental types
amazing.
among the party members,
What the
greater
freak?
increase. Unlike on the stage, there is no script to rely on in battle. But in Yunjin's mind, unexpected enemies serve as her best rehearsal partners, providing fresh inspiration with their unscripted
Wu Tao was
attacks.
going in. You saw
In
that?
battle, Yunjin must make deft use of her elemental skill. She waits for the moment and
That-
counterattacks when the enemy is vulnerable to gain the upper
That
hand.
parry
When her
is
energy
everything to
full,
me.
Yunjin unleashes her elemental burst.
If I can get
granting
her,
nearby party members the flying
I would have
cloud
so
flag
much fun with that
formation,
parry.
increasing her teammates' normal attack damage and
That's cool.
helping them to finish off their enemies.
it's definitely useful. That parry
Compared
is
to a lifetime,
fire.
a single opera performance is short-lived. And against the vastness of history, mortal lives are like walk-on parts in a grand play, drops in a boundless ocean. However spellbinding the performance, the curtain call will come and the audience will leave. Perhaps this is why Yunjin incorporates the details of ordinary lives into her scripts, portraying the trials and tribulations of the common
Yes!
folk, alongside grand tales of gods
I can't wait till we
and
see
death,
Shao.
preserving their stories in operatic form to honor the human experience for generations to come. I happen to know a story about the heavenly principles and mortals, about cataclysm and peace, curse and devastation. If I were to share this story with Yunjin,
The sky is pretty.
I do wonder how her theatrical interpretation would turn out.
Why y'all killing it with the piano in the background? Excuse me.
Although the paths through the lofty peaks of Jueyun Karst are arduous, there are always bright-eyed mortals who come seeking the adeptal path. For all their ambition, most mere mortals cannot fathom the way to the adepti, and return from their fruitless journeys disappointed. Yet those fortunate enough to encounter some hardship may suddenly find themselves being rescued by a divine young lady.
Oh my gosh.
Stunned by the elegance of their silver-haired savior,
I'm
they
stunned.
hastily begin bowing excitedly in reverence and adulation, only to find their adeptus rescuer remain indifferent and leave without even a second glance.
I will do as you command.
Oh my god, please do.
Though Shenhe is often mistaken for an
Shenhe.
adeptus, she is actually a mortal, albeit one who is an accomplished adepti disciple.
Why is she so
Being
great?
naturally gifted, and having
I
learned
hate it.
full-arm combat and various adeptal arts from her masters, exorcising evil spirits is a mere trifle to her.
Okay, let's see what she's got though.
Under her master's tutelage, Shenhe trained diligently, producing impressive results. When Shenhe is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition,
Oh, she's good at
in Nahida,
expeditions too.
she will obtain increased rewards.
That's nice. Ooh.
Shenhe's normal attack can combo up to
Shenhe.
5 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage.
My goodness.
Shenhe's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to enemies.
Why
in
do
her
these
path.
spear characters have this like twirl
When
spin
she
thing?
casts Spring Spirit Summoning, Shenhe grants all nearby party members the Icy Quill effect, and deals cryo damage in different ways based on whether the skill is tapped or held.
Oh, what?
When tapped,
Just summoned a persona.
Shenhe will rush forward with a Talisman Spirit, dealing cryo damage to enemies along her path.
Oh,
When
wow.
held, Shenhe commands the Talisman Spirit to deal AoE cryo damage to surrounding enemies.
Whoa.
When party members are affected by Icy Quill, normal, charged, and plunging attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts that deal cryo damage to enemies deal increased damage
Increased damage?
based on Shenhe's current attack.
Stop.
The Icy Quill's effect will be cleared once its duration ends, or after being triggered a certain
That's
number
cool.
of times. When the skill is held rather than tapped, the effect lasts longer and can be triggered more times. When a party member with the Icy Quill effect deals an instance of cryo damage to multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times, according to the number of enemies hit. The number of times Icy Quill's effect is triggered is calculated separately for each party member.
Oh my
After unlocking
god!
the talent Spirit Communion Seal, when Shenhe casts Spring Spirit Summoning, she grants additional effects to all nearby party members.
Dear Lord!
Tapping the skill increases their elemental skill and elemental burst damage.
She makes everyone better.
Increases their normal, charged, and plunging attack damage.
Talk about buffs.
Cryo Incarnate.
Oh, that's a cool burst.
Shenhe
I like how that
unleashes
looks.
the power of the Talisman Spirit, allowing it to roam free, dealing AoE cryo damage. Talisman
Wow.
Spirit then creates a field, which decreases the cryo and physical resistance of enemies within, and also deals periodic cryo damage to them.
Yes!
After unlocking the talent Deific Embrace, an
I am
active character
impressed.
within the AoE of Divine Maiden's Deliverance will gain a cryo damage bonus.
She's the buff mommy.
Shenhe is fated to bear the curse of calamity. As
I'm
cautioned
out.
by the Adepti, she is careful to avoid harming the innocent. But as for those with malicious intent, she's only too happy to put them in their place by giving them a taste of the Adepti arts.
Man.
Shenhe's Spring Spirit Summoning is the core of her skill set, offering support to other cryo party members with the Icy Quill effect.
That's all she's about, man.
In
Support.
battle, proficient use of
Buffing
her
up the
elemental
team.
skills Tap and hold effects allows Shenhe to shine by enhancing the party's attack capabilities.
That's good though.
When energy is full, Shenhe unleashes her elemental burst, decreasing enemies' cryo and physical resistance, and creating the opportune moment to defeat the weakened enemies.
Cryo and physical resistance. Dear Lord.
Liyue Harbor is known as a bustling melting pot of a city, ready to welcome any and every lonely figure. But if Shenhe truly wishes to rejoin human society, there is much she will have to learn. Even I myself do not relish the solitary life I lead. When others are fortunate enough to meet a companion for their journey, I sincerely wish them the very best.
Aww.
After all, to this day, I hold that people should be authors of their own fate. Both the crane ready to make peace with the past,
Yes.
and the beast with a grudge to bear, have the freedom to make their journey home.
That was beautiful. Okay, I like the narrator there. Gorou. Forward unto
In the vast
victory.
and mysterious world of Teyvat, there are as many ways of life as there are people. Some heed the call of duty, others the call of freedom. Some follow their beliefs, others their talents. A few trust their instincts and rise to shoulder great responsibility.
Okay, I finally
A
get to
prime
see
example
him in
is
combat.
Gorou of Watatsumi Island. Since you never know
I've only
what the
seen
enemy
bits and
might throw
pieces
at
of
you,
him.
the key
Oh.
to surviving the chaos of battle.
Do like that he uses a
being
bow.
able
That's
to
cool.
Adapt in the moment.
Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner.
Facts.
Gorou has endured countless battles in his time, and this experience has taught him one important
Oh my
lesson.
god.
However strong you may be,
I love
war
this
is
section.
never a one-man job.
Woo!
Gorou
Oh!
is constantly looking out for his troops, offering his protection and support. Right alongside
You saw
them
this
on the
man
front line.
is a beast.
Gorou has always loved the great outdoors. His keen sense of smell makes him an expert at tracking down resources.
Does he?
When Gorou is in your party, the location of resources unique to Inazuma
That's
will
cool.
appear on your minimap.
We've
making
seen
it
that already.
easier to gather supplies.
Wasn't it Tighnari that does that too?
Gorou's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage.
Nice.
With a charged attack,
Give me
Gorou
something,
executes a
Gorou.
more
Give me something.
precise aimed shot that deals increased damage. While aiming,
How about that
stone
Geo?
crystals accumulate on the arrowhead. A fully charged arrow will deal Geo damage.
Those enemies are freaky.
Tap Gorou's elemental skill to employ Inuzaka all-round defense, dealing AoE geo damage, and erecting a general's war banner. Hold the skill to adjust the banner's position.
Whoa, you can adjust the position of it too? So it doesn't have to be like right where you're standing.
Buffs to active party members within its AoE.
That's cool.
And the more Geo characters in the party, the stronger the buffs.
Oh, we got Buff Daddy over here. Hold on.
If the party contains one Geo character, the buff is Standing Firm.
Oh, nice. So you don't get knocked down?
The active character's defense. If there are 2 Geo party members, the buff is Impregnable, increasing both defense and resistance to interruption.
Dear Lord. You don't get interrupted during it.
3 Geo party members, the buff is Crunch.
Crunch.
Which increases defense and resistance to interruption, while also providing a Geo damage bonus.
What?
Gorou can only deploy a single General's War Banner at any given time.
Okay.
Also, characters can only benefit from one General's War Banner.
Wow.
Any active buffs will be cleared shortly after the character leaves the banner's AoE.
I'm all about buffs. I'm all about buffs.
Everyone on me!
SMT taught me that.
Gorou displays his General's Valor, dealing AoE geo damage and creating the General's Glory field to embolden his comrades. General's Glory provides the same buffs as the General's War Banner created by Gorou's elemental skill. Various buffs are provided to the active character in the skill's AoE, based on the number of Geo characters.
Yo, they make this game look so easy the way they play.
At regular intervals, a crystal collapse occurs, dealing AoE geo damage to one enemy within the field, and pulling an elemental shard from the crystallize reaction to the active character's location.
Okay.
When Gorou uses his elemental burst, if there is a General's War Banner on the field, it will be destroyed.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like also, doubles or something? Like, no.
While General's Glory is in effect, using Gorou's elemental skill will not create a General's War Banner. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, all nearby party members receive a temporary defense boost after Gorou uses Juga forward unto victory.
That's a good character to have in like co-op.
Someone must first recognize their talent. Gorou knows this well. He is eternally grateful and staunchly committed to Watatsumi Island's defense. After unlocking the talent,
he's all about defense.
Gorou's elemental skill damage, burst damage, and crystal collapse damage are all increased by an amount based on his defense. Gorou's unique skill set provides excellent support to Geo Party members. Deploying the General's War Banner to establish an optimal formation before launching the offensive is the core of Gorou's prowess as a general. When he joins forces with other Geo comrades, his General's War Banner provides a diverse array of buffs, aiding the party both in offense and defense. When his energy is full, unleash Gorou's elemental burst to establish the General's Glory field, creating the perfect moment to attack and inspiring the whole party to press forward unto victory.
More like the freaking best character for support. Like,
whether they seek it or not,
especially if you got Geo daddies around.
Ability and character tend to gain the trust of the masses. For Gorou, this trust serves both as a confirmation of his abilities and motivation to hone them continuously. But the cost of being someone that everyone relies on is the burden of responsibility that it brings. Everything from helping the troops with their daily struggles to keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure ultimately falls on Gorou's shoulders.
This man has his hands full.
Time and fate treat such notions with contempt, which can make the burden unbearably heavy. If one day the world is turned upside down, will his instincts and determination alone provide him with enough strength to keep carrying the load he bears?
I hope so. We'll be there for you, Gorou. Don't you worry. We will be there. So he seems like a really good support character to have, especially if you got like Zhongli in your party or something. Like, I feel like those two would work really well. Arataki, Ito,
In
finally.
recent years, the efforts of one young Crimson Oni have earned the loud and proud Arataki.
This dude
a
is
certain measure of fame
crazy.
in Inazuma City's Hanamizaka district.
I need to see his
Or perhaps
gameplay.
That should be infamy. Either way, when it comes to their founder and leader, Arataki Ito, everyone has to agree he's one of a kind.
He is.
Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh.
If you claim you've never heard of the Arataki gang,
The
don't be
music,
surprised
though.
if Ito takes it as an intentional provocation. In protest, he'll lift his hefty claymore and show off a few of his signature charged attacks, just so everyone knows who's the baddest Oni.
Yeah, he's gonna be all about strength and
Arataki
power.
Ito brags that with his Oni strength, even the sturdiest of trees can be felled.
Is he Geo too? I thought he was.
With Arataki Ito in the party, when your party members attack trees to obtain wood resources, they have a chance to get an additional log of wood.
I didn't know you could attack
Arataki
trees to
Ito's
gather
normal attack
wood.
can combo up to 4 strikes. When his second and fourth strikes hit enemies, Ito will
Oof.
gain 1 or 2 stacks of superlative super strength,
What?
respectively,
What does that do?
up to a max of 5 stacks. For a short time after sprinting or using his elemental skill,
Excuse
Ito can
me?
continue his normal attack chain where it left off. When performing a charged attack, if Ito has any superlative super
Whoa!
strength stats, he will unleash Arataki Kesagiri slashes without consuming stamina.
Whoa!
Each slash consumes 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the last stack is consumed, Ito
You've
delivers
gotta
a
be kidding me,
powerful
man.
final slash. If no superlative super strength is available, Ito's charged attack consumes.
It reminds me
stamina
of using the
to
great
perform a
sword in
single
Monster Hunter.
Saichi slash. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, when Arataki Ito uses Arataki Kesagiri, he slashes with increased attack speed, and his resistance to interruption is also increased. These effects will be cleared
so
once he stops
fast.
performing consecutive slashes. Tap Ito's elemental skill, and he hurls Ushi, the young
The little
Akaushi
bull!
bird, an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang,
What?
dealing
That thing's so
damage
cute.
to enemies.
I love that
When
bull.
Ushi hits enemies, Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength. Holding the elemental skill button allows Ito to adjust Ushi's throwing angle.
Ah.
Ushi inherits
you can aim that
based on a
too.
percentage of Arataki Ito's
That's
max
cool.
HP, and continuously taunts surrounding enemies.
He
When
aggros.
Ushi takes damage, Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength.
Does he?
Ushi will flee when its HP reaches 0 or its duration ends. And Arataki Ito
I'm sad that
gains
you
a
used
stack
the
of
bull just to get
superlative
beat
super
up.
strength as it leaves. Ushi is considered a geo construct, and Arataki Ito can only deploy 1 Ushi on the field at any one time.
Ah.
Coming through.
When Ito unleashes his elemental burst, he lets out his inner raging Oni King
That
for a
club.
and wields his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. For the burst's duration,
Oof.
Ito's elemental and physical resistance are decreased, but his normal, charged, and plunging attacks are converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden. Also, Ito's normal attack speed is increased.
I see
and
that.
his attack is increased, based on his defense. During the Raging Oni King
He's
stage,
so
the first
fast,
and third
man.
strikes of his attack hits an enemy. Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength.
Get him out of here. Get him out of
With
here.
use of this effect, Ito can overwhelm the enemy with more Arataki Kesagiri
I'm
slashes
overwhelmed.
and vaunt the might of the Arataki gang. Ito's Crimson Oni bloodline is not only a
Come
part of
on,
Oni,
guys.
It's his source of strength in battle.
This guy is so good.
After unlocking the talent Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, Arataki Kesagiri damage is increased by an amount that scales with Ito's defense.
It doesn't stop.
Arataki Ito's life is one where a new challenger could appear at any moment. But as a self-professed tough guy, he won't go down without a fight. No matter who the opponent, he's always itching to show off his awesome skills and attain victory with style.
I'd hate to be an enemy in his way.
Arataki Ito uses his normal attacks and elemental skill to accumulate stacks of superlative super strength. Then batters the enemy with the Arataki Keisaki
Not even
charged attack.
just juggling this
When
man.
his energy is full, Arataki Ito unleashes his elemental burst to enter the raging Oni-King state, greatly enhancing his ability. In this state, Ito can quickly stack up that superlative super strength and use Arataki Keisagiri slashes to crush those who dare challenge him.
Why even have anyone else in the party when he's around?
Arataki Ito has lived a colorful life and is familiar with the inside.
Him
of
and
a
Gorou
prison
together would be
fully qualifying him
game
as the
over.
rightful leader of the Arataki gang. Though some may contest his way of handling things, the members of this young Crimson Oni's gang choose to follow him, despite the diet of grilled lavender melon.
That actually sounds good.
Well,
Lavender
it's
melon.
one way of living. And ultimately, surviving on sporadic work and next to no mora is still an easier task than trying to deny your destiny.
This man is broke. He is down bad. No money. I don't know what to say about him. I just feel like he's another really good character that is just going to be a powerhouse on your team. If you build around him, man, he could be trouble.
Strict regulations
So we're gonna watch
govern
Toma.
everything in Inazuma. Outlanders looking for a home away from home face many obstacles here. So how did a Mondstatter called Toma earn a reputation as a local fixer and secure a job with the Yashiro Commission? Is this a testament to the Kamisato clan's magnanimity or to Toma's exceptional abilities?
Where we headed this time?
Toma is well connected and values his companions both in everyday life and in combat.
I need to see
He fights
Child,
to defend
man.
The ones he holds dear.
Child's on the
When
banner right
crisis
now.
comes, Toma's urge to defend kicks in as he dons his armor and grabs his polearm to help his friends fend
Whoa!
off their foes with scorching flames.
Woohoo!
He is someone that his team can always rely on.
I can see that.
Toma takes to new life skills like a fish to water. After arriving in Inazuma, he quickly learned how to partake of the bountiful blessings found in the nation's waters.
He's good at fishing.
After Toma becomes your travel companion, when travelers go fishing in Inazuma, there is a certain chance to receive double the catch with Toma's help.
Yes, that's what we need.
Toma's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes,
Okay, we got a 4-hit
dealing
combo.
physical damage. Holding the attack button, Toma consumes a certain amount of stamina to perform a charged attack.
Same charge attack we've
Lunging
seen.
forward and dealing physical damage to enemies in his path. Tap Toma's elemental skill, and he vaults forward with his polearm to deliver a
Oh my
flame-filled
god!
flying
I didn't
kick,
know that happens!
dealing AoE
So if you use
pyro
fire
damage, while
on an
also
enemy with a
summoning
wooden
defensive
shield,
blazing
it burns the
At the
shield.
moment of casting, this skill applies pyro to Toma. The blazing
That's cool.
barrier absorbs damage and is especially effective against pyro damage. The damage absorption scales off of
Bro,
Toma's
there
max
she is
HP.
again.
Also,
Going in.
When a new blazing barrier is obtained, the existing barrier's damage absorption will stack, and the duration is refreshed. The blazing barrier's damage absorption cannot exceed a certain percentage of Toma's max HP.
I got you covered.
Okay, here's his elemental
When
burst.
Toma unleashes his elemental burst, he spins his polearm, slicing at his foes with roaring
Doesn't seem
flames,
that great,
dealing
but
AoE pyro damage and producing a scorching Oyoro.
compared to some of the other ones
While
I've seen.
scorching Oyoro is in effect, the active character's normal attacks will trigger
The grass
fiery
goes on
collapses,
fire?
dealing AoE pyro damage.
I didn't know the grass
and
catches on
summoning a
fire.
blazing barrier. Except for the amount of damage they can absorb, the blazing barriers created in this way are identical to those created by
That's
Toma's
cool.
elemental skill.
The blazing
After
barriers
unlocking
are
the talent
definitely
Flame
helpful.
Assault, damage dealt by Crimson Oyoroi's fiery collapse is increased by an amount that scales with Toma's max HP.
There he goes.
Toma's robust defense will not be torn down easily. It gets all the more resilient as the battle heats up.
I see what you did there.
After unlocking the talent Imbricated Armor, when a blazing barrier is obtained or refreshed, the active character's shield strength is increased.
Ooh!
Toma is a dependable companion. He ardently believes in defending others, Even in the fiercest of battles,
He's doing a good
you can
job.
trust him to have your back. During battle, Toma
And he's got the
uses
offense to
blazing
back it
barrier
up.
to protect other party members, allowing them to safely go on the offensive. When he casts his elemental burst, the Scorching Oyoroi provides
She's
both attack
so
and
good.
defense. Party members under Scorching Oyoroi's protection benefit from increased odds of survival and can also trigger fiery collapses with their normal attacks. The pyro damage support that Toma provides in this way further enhances the party's attack capability.
Yeah. All right, Toma.
As an outsider in Inazuma, Toma is often viewed as someone who doesn't belong. To this day,
Aww.
many believe the slander behind his back. But through his own hard work and the Kamisato clan's tolerant attitude,
I'll be your friend, Toma.
Toma has carved out a space for himself here, despite the somewhat hostile environment.
I'm glad.
Occasionally, a thought crosses my mind.
Those people.
If one who has turned their back on the gods ever chose to follow them once more, would any such favorable treatment be extended to them? Regrettably, no opportunity of this nature exists, nor would I have the desire to take it. Over centuries of futility, I have at least learned one thing. So long as you have determination, you can always keep going. A defender's will is a precious thing, and hatred can serve to nourish it.
All right, Toma. We're going to end it off with Toma looking fire. Pun intended, by the way. I really appreciate you guys for telling me about these Miscellany videos. These are cool. Being able to see all of the combos that all of these characters can do. And on top of that, they make the game look so freaking easy. Like, they make me want to play it. I like how action-oriented this game is. I think the combat is going to keep me going. Like, that is going to be the selling point that keeps me playing the game. The gacha thing is such a negative for me, and it always has been. Like, I'm really against gacha games. I don't like playing them normally. Usually I avoid them like the plague, but this game actually makes me want to play it with the teasers that they've showed. I mean, seeing the combat now, seeing the environments, the music, everything just fits together so well. I see why people like this game, man. I just feel like they can't miss. They can't miss with Genshin Impact. So we will continue the Miscellany videos in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and comment down below your thoughts. If you have any advice, any tips, or anything like that, comment down in the comment section down below. I read pretty much every comment. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Deuces.
Hope will never die.
Órale.